Okay, so some of you know I have a turbocharged V6 Silverado, and this is the turbo that I have on it. This turbo is way too small. Basically, the problem with this turbo on my truck is that it boost creeps really bad because it's too small. This turbo, supposedly, I bought it on Amazon. It's like a $100 turbo. I paid $112 to have it shipped to my door, and I bought two of them at the same time because I was going to twin turbo it. So that's why I chose such a small turbo. But then I realized I couldn't build a twin turbo setup because I'm just not that good. I've never done it before. So I went with a single turbo and then some pre-made manifolds and all that. So, issue, boost creep. This thing has a tiny wastegate on it, tiny T3 port, massive 4.5 liter V6. So basically anytime I get to about 3,000 RPM, it instantly boost creeps to about 20 PSI, even though I had a 7 PSI wastegate on it. The one that comes with this is a, I think this is a 15 PSI. I have an aftermarket one on the truck right now. But I just took this off today, and I had an idea. I've actually already had it apart, so I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Hey, did you know that if you unplug a Vivitar camera while you're recording, it'll shut off? Isn't that nice to know? Anyways, take these 4 bolts off right here. This is a 5-bolt, standard pattern. Basically what I'm saying is, this little hole right here is the wastegate where the exhaust comes out, so the turbo slows down, so you don't make so much boost. This, we'll get them side by side so you can see what I'm after. This right here is the flap that covers this. I don't know if you can see it through the camera. I don't really remember how good this thing looks, but you can see where this flapper disc, put the light on it, you can see where this flapper has been hitting around here, and it's almost twice the diameter of this tiny, like I could barely even fit my pinky in it, tiny hole. So what I'm going to try and do is port this to be a lot bigger. It'll be slightly smaller than this. So the idea is that I can have more exhaust pressure come out of this hole instead of boost creeping my turbo, so that I don't have to go and buy a $200 wastegate to make this $100 turbo work. Anyways, yeah, I'm trying to run nearly 500 horsepower through this little itty tiny turbo housing. You know, this is only appropriate for maybe a 2 liter inline 4, and I'm running a 4 liter V6 through it. But let's see what happens. Kind of using the logic of porting a cylinder head, trying to increase the flow by creating smooth ramps and otherwise enlarging the hole itself. Also, like, I don't know if you can see what I'm trying to do here is I'm putting a ramp on it because this is the direction that the exhaust will have to flow to make its way into the main chamber. See how it comes out? I don't know if you can see that. The idea here is that it's going to come out of there and hit this. So if I increase the radius here, it should increase the airflow. I don't know. I've only ever ported one set of cylinder heads, and I have no idea if I actually made a difference or not. So a learning experience. And this is a junk good turbo, so what I'm trying to do here is try this on this turbo and then swap it back on the truck, see if it makes a difference, and if it works, I'll do it to the good turbo. Or maybe just the exhaust housing. I don't know. I'm making this up as I go along. Not to mention it's like midnight. We have successfully ported the turbo. I think it looks kind of decent. It's not my best work, but I'm honestly kind of hungry, which makes me a little shaky, and I'm ready to go home. It's midnight. So I think I'm going to throw this video together and post it, and then this will be part 1, and then part 2 will be actually data logging to see if there's a difference, and then part 3 will make some, well, probably the end of part 2 will be making conclusions as to whether this is worth the time or not. I should have just gotten a regular wastegate. See, is it cringe if I say like and subscribe?